Hi, how you guys doing today? My name is Caleb Thomas. I'm gonna be going over King Lear by Shakespeare. Um, and I'm gonna be covering the topic over what finding true love means and how it's represented through the Shakespeare's play. So, to get a little introduction, there's the man himself. He's got some shades on. He looks really cool. This is one of his bleakest plays, one of his tragedies, and it shows the downfall of a king. Um, he realizes what true love means at the end of the play, which is a common thing I find in the stories that we read. The Flannery O'Connor book and the C.S. Lewis book, Till We Have Faces, they all find that they haven't shown true empathy towards others until the very end of their lives, which I find very interesting. We've been looking a lot about spiritual journeys in this course. Um, this is a tragedy. It has internal and external conflicts, family, power, and betrayal. So that's basically what a tragedy is. So let's look at King Lear at the beginning of the play. He's a king, so he has power that no other man has. He's prideful, arrogant, selfish, and he eventually he chooses to divide his kingdom into three kingdoms amongst his two daughters, and this eventually causes the kingdom to turn into chaos, which I will talk about the two daughters in the next slide, but he only cares for his reputation and he never sees the truth. He's oblivious to it. He's just what we call a simp nowadays. It's a man that's just won over flattery. So let's talk about the beginning of the end. So the king decides that he wants to divide his three kingdoms, and the three daughters are Regan, Goneril, and Cordelia. He wants the daughters to woo him, to like flatter him, and whoever flatters him the best gets the share of the two other kingdoms. So Regan and Goneril actually like flatter him, and Cordelia like actually tells him the truth. Like I don't know what Regan and Goneril did, but like they flattered him in some way. But Cordelia eventually acknowledges her true feelings towards him, and then he just banishes her from the kingdom, which I find funny. Like you find out that this girl actually like cares and would love and support you, but you just turn her away like that. It's crazy. And he forces her to marry a duke from France, which I think it was like the Prince of France. But the two other sisters get a piece of Lear's kingdom after that. His mentor and friend, Kent, tried to persuade him not to banish Cordelia. In response to this, Lear banishes his best friends as well. I think this dude just likes burning bridges. Like, he was just arrogant and didn't really care. He was like, oh, you don't like what I think? And whatever. And he just banishes them. He's very narcissistic in the beginning of this play. And that's not really a sin. But like it's not really not a sin, but it's not a crime. He didn't really commit any crimes. But he did like make really two big mistakes. When he banished the two people that cared about him. And then he had Gloucester's sons coming after him, and he wanted to be a ruler. And then happens the reversal of fortune. His self-image breaks, and Reagan and Goneril actually openly insult him. His self-image breaks when they insult him. And then he has all these other problems going on. He has a civil war going on. He has Cordelia marrying a French prince without consent. So French was like, what? And they wanted to openly invade them, which is stupid on Lear's part. And he starts to go into madness, and he speaks. And there's a Shakespeare speech right there. Does any here know me? This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus, speak thus? Where are his eyes? This is the start of the realization, and his redemption arc, and his change into a metamorphosis. He gets his title stripped away, and then he finally gets to feel like an ordinary man, like an ordinary poor man that he didn't care about in his kingdom. His civilization, his kingdom civilization was in poverty. He didn't care about his citizens, and then he got a taste of the citizenship, and then he was like, oh, I'm gonna show empathy towards these people. Now he finally realizes his mistakes, and he wants a chance to have a redemption arc. So to conclude this, he at the end of the play he actually rekindled with his daughter Cordelia, and he begged her to take him back. But then Gloucester's son, his bastard son, he came in and he hung her to death. I think she was just about to forgive him or something. She was about to treat him like a mother. It changed from daughter to mother in some sort of way, which I find pretty interesting. And looking at his dead daughter, he finally sees what true love is, what she did for him, what she wanted for him. She wanted honesty, respect, and loyalty. And he only wanted love through flattery from the two daughters that flattered him. So in the end, he died of a broken heart because, I don't know, he just realized his mistakes. And the tragedy was in a world of injustice, and love had no meaning in this world. this world that Shakespeare created. I thought it was a pretty good play. I liked reading it. It's one of his darkest plays. I really like Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet. And nothing goes more depressing than this. This is a pretty depressing play. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great summer. Thank you for letting me into this class. This has been a good semester. I will see y'all later.